Hey everybody, I am the Dawn Alchemist, and today we are back for another one. So we're going to try to do something I've done before. The design I achieved in the first video that didn't quite turn out the way that I wanted. The lesson that I learned was to not overblend. Alright, let's see how we go today. Now I've got my trusty bamboo skewers. They are chopsticks. Super helpful. Now, before I begin, the color scheme for today is purple, gold, and what is called Black Onyx. I don't know what that means. It's just something. We'll see. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of oil. Oh, look, approximately 20 mils or so to the colors. Oops, that was a little bit too far, but look, who cares? Doesn't do anything. Okay. The whole point of this is to allow the mica to disperse. I think I might have gone a little bit overboard with the gold. Little trick this. To avoid the mica powder getting everywhere, and if you really like to stir, use a paper towel. Paper towels are indispensable when it comes to soap making. They are so useful. All right, so what's going to happen is when I add my soap batter in, we won't get the clumps. Everyone hates clumpy things that are not meant to be. So this is how we deal with it. Alrighty. Mix. This shouldn't take too long. Now, as previously, I have pre-measured everything. I've got about 1 liter of oil here. My special oil blend. Feel free to use your own. I will not be telling you mine. You know, everyone's got their secrets, right? Well, I've got mine. Oh, look, it's nothing too crazy. It's just that I do, with my oil blend, it's one that took me a while to figure out. I spent many batches experimenting, not only soap hardness, but things like qualities for the skin, cleansing ability, moisturizing ability, that sort of thing. And yeah, it took me a while to figure out what I liked. And that's why I don't like to share it. I mean, everyone's got their own mixtures, right? And I think I mentioned in a previous video that tallow is becoming a thing now. I don't use any animal products in my soap. It's one of those things, I was going to say if I wouldn't eat it, I wouldn't put it on my skin, but I am not vegan or vegetarian, so that throws that out the window. But yeah, when it comes to animal products, I'm just the idea of, I just don't like the idea of it. Now, okay, we have our mica dispersed nicely into through the oils, and I have my lye mix. Please be careful, gloves and goggles when you're working with lye. This is basically sodium hydroxide and water. And because of that, you want to be super careful. Now, who is it? I think it's a soap queen. She promotes the use of, what do you call it? Oh, what's this thing that she adds? Lactic acid, sodium lactate, to her lye mix, just to harden the soap bars. Yeah, I've done it before. It's okay. Would I always do it? Not really, no. I prefer just to keep it clean. But look, there's nothing wrong with sodium lactate. Perfectly fine. Okay, so here is where we blend. Now, I did promise that I wouldn't overblend. when I get to trace, that's when I'm going to add my, oh no, just before trace, I'll add my little pre-mixed essential oil bundle. This one is, think of floral and citrus. Oh my gosh, am I always doing floral and citrus at the moment? Probably because yes, I don't have anything else right now. That's why. Alrighty, let's get this baby to trace. Trace is when things just come together. 10 seconds or so. Yeah, look, I'm using an emulsion blender, so it actually achieves trace very quickly. I keep forgetting that. I have to not overblend things. All right, here we go with the essential oils. Yeah, I don't want to overdo this. So what am I trying to achieve today? Well, we're going to kill two birds with one stone here. I want to make some embeds for our future soap. And I also want to play around with a design technique that I kind of stuffed up. I was going to say something else, but all right, I'm overblending here. I'm getting too excited. Yeah, kind of stuffed up last time, and I don't. Yeah, I'd rather. Okay, paper towels. You are amazing. All right, so here is my little embed thing. Painstakingly, I've added a little oil and mica to the bottom of some of these. It's going to be a floral kind of pattern. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Key is not to overfill, which I've already. Oh, I knew it was going to be messy. I knew it was going to be messy. I don't care. I don't care. It happens. There we go. Okay. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to add some of this. Not too much for the Black Onyx because. Oh, that is not bad. Not bad. How are we going to go for gold? I don't know. Good. Big portion of it will be gold, and the rest will be purple. So what always happens when you have extra containers is that you kind of have to mix the soap batter in just to pick up that last bit of mica. We end up wasting heaps. Well, we don't want to do that. Now, I think I've already achieved trace. I don't need to blend. I think I mentioned in the last video that I would blend if I want more of a uniform color. Although, look, if I spend a bit of time with the stick here, I will get a nice uniform color. So, did I talk about why I chose the name Dawn Alchemist? Well, I like to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to work out, which is kind of before dawn, but hey. And the idea of alchemy sounds really fun. That's the nerd in me. But of course, soap making is not about alchemy, it is pure science. And let's not forget that, huh? Hence the goggles and the gloves and oh shit, I try not to swear, but yeah. This is already, check this out, this is already, what's that word that I'm thinking of? I over blended it. All right, we're going to have to work quick. I've got to stop talking. Okay, so I over blended, kind of stuffed up. Oh, no, it's okay. It's redeemable. It's redeemable. It just looks really thick. A lot thicker than I wanted. So I'm going to go with that little line, what do you call it, layered style. Yeah, I gotta stop over blending. I get too excited with this thing. All right, let's see. Can we use Chun-Li to help me? So with the embeds, I'll just Very good, my dear. With the embeds, what am I going to do? I'm going to use what's left over to add into the embed mixture. Okay, let's try this a different way, because she is not helping me very much, and I am running out of time. Let's lean up against the wall. Okay, I kind of want to go on a diagonal. Now, I'm not going to add two. No, diagonal's not going to work. No, diagonal doesn't work. So that was a silly idea. But we're just going to layer. Now, I've got to add less soap this time with my layers, because if I add too much, it's going to be that, it's going to create that gross effect that I had last time. Actually, you know what? Doing it this way looks kind of crap, doesn't it? Let's try something else. Let's try it this way. How is it going to affect our soap pattern at the end? Wow. This is going to be exciting, isn't it? Let's find out. Yeah, I like to play with this. But you can see this is getting way, way too thick. Yeah, I did it again. Then again, maybe it wasn't me. It could have actually been the essential oils. So essential oils, they all cost a little different depending on what fragrance it is or what plant it comes from. Some of them are ridiculous, like rose. Lavender is also actually very, very expensive, and I don't know why I continue using it in bulk, but I love it. So that's why I do what I do. What's another really pricey one? I'm trying to think of which one. Jasmine. Oh my goodness, jasmine is crazy, ridiculous expensive. But I love it. I love the fragrance. So, you know, here and there, like if I'm feeling like I want to splurge, I will get some. And yeah, my credit card will cry for a couple of days. But it's all part of the process, right? It's, if you love it, you do it. So, is soap making a good business? Hell to the no. It is something that it's not profitable at all for me. Maybe because I use ridiculously expensive ingredients, and I am terrible at selling. I don't know. Not that I don't enjoy it. I'm just if I suck at it, I don't know. I'm not a salesperson. Okay, let's use up the rest of this. How has this turned out? I don't know. I don't know. I have made plenty of mess. So if you're one of those people who needs things to be neat and tidy, yeah, you ain't gonna get that with me. Oops, sorry. Let me move things aside so you can see what I'm doing. But if you don't mind the chaos and unveiling something that might actually look all right, hey, stick with me and we'll find out together, huh? Okay. Yeah, watch this, eh? That's okay. That's okay. Now I need to save some for the embeds. So this is not the end of the world. I'm going to fill up my embed thing now. I'm not going to be careful. I'm just going to shove this stuff in and hope for the best, because we're running out of time. Okay. So the embeds won't be perfect. And I do not care. Once again, you know, we're mucking around here. But also, embeds are a shit to do. They're a lot of work. They're just very, very time consuming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I don't really need 10. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a little bit. My spatula is crap. That's okay. All right, so let's get rid of all this excess. All right, here's how we're going to deal with it. Boom. Now, the last part is my little wave pattern that I do on all of my soap, just because I like a bit of texture. How is this one going to turn out? I really don't know. This one could be all right. You know? It could be terrible. We're going to find out in the next video. This one I'm going to leave for 24 to 48. Yeah, it might be okay. The reason I'm tapping it down is not only to get the soap to settle to the bottom, but also to release any little pockets of air. Using an immersion blender is good because you avoid making bubbles. But if I was going to use a regular blender, then I would have to be doing a lot of bashing. But hey, yeah. And also, you know, I did I let this set a bit too much. But hey, we'll see. Look, we'll find out in the next video how this turned out. Yeah, I'm putting it in a nice little temperature-controlled environment for the next 24 to 48. Probably less because I'm very impatient. And we shall see. Fingers crossed this turns out. Peace out for now.